So you may see this and wonder to yourself, I thought you already had the heads on this thing and the rockers. Yeah, you're right. But I broke something and I had to take it all apart because of this little piece of metal. Bullshit! Okay, so I went ahead and got the rear cylinder push rods put in just because I ran into a bunch of issues, not issues, but a bunch of hurdles that I wasn't expecting. I just went ahead and did them all off camera. Again, this is not an instructional video by any means, but this is what I ended up having to do. So we have a plethora of push rods here. So essentially, this is a stock piece and this is a stock piece. These two and this came with the S&S push rod kit. These ones you have to trim down depending on what engine you have. So I didn't want to use these because I didn't want to trim anything down and have to deal with that. So what I ended up doing was trying to install them with just the stock top and the stock bottom. Didn't work. There's not enough clearance because there's a significant height difference between these two. This is the S&S one and this is the stock one. It's about 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch difference. So with the stock one, you cannot access the lock nut at all. So you get it set to 0 lash and then your 4 turns and you won't be able to do anything from there. So I had to take all that off, switch to the S&S lower. So I got rid of these and then I had to put these on to the stock uppers, and they fit with enough clearance so I didn't have to cut, trim anything, but I was not able to use the stock push rod cover keepers, whatever these are called. So you have to use the S&S ones, which I like because they are a lot cleaner. They're just like a solid piece instead of this piece with a little D-shaped thing in it. So basically this is kind of a mashup of stock and S&S. It works, it looks good, it's kind of a pain in the ass to put in because these are significantly bigger than the other ones, but they do go on. It just takes a little bit of finesse. And I don't have finesse, it's not my forte. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get the front jug or the front cylinder push rods put in. These lifters have been sitting in oil for 2-3 days before I put them in, but it's been a couple days since then, so these do not need to bleed down. I've already checked it. According to the S&S manual, it's basically set to 0 lash, turn it 4 turns or 24 flats, and then let it bleed for 20 to 30 minutes. Before you let it bleed, they will not be able to twist by hand. These ones, after turning the 4 turns, 24 flats, they are able to turn, so they are within the S&S spec. So they're already bled. Once this thing has oil pressure, it'll obviously build oil pressure and fill all this stuff up with oil. What's going to happen right now is I'm going to get this front set to top dead center, both lifters down, and I'm going to install the intake side first because it's in the back. I made the opposite mistake last time and it was a nightmare to get the back one on when the exhaust side, the front one, was already put in. So I'm going to install the intake side, put all the locking collar, whatever, in place, and then do the exhaust side. Again, 0 lash, 24 flats or 4 turns. What I do is I take the push rod, this is the side that's going to be down that you're going to be adjusting, and I mark on here, on this right here, the part that just fell out, the side I'm starting with, so I know when a full rotation happens. Little tips and tricks I've learned and passing on. So, you know, you're twisting around, you see the mark, that's 1 turn or 6 flats. Counting flats you can do, it's kind of a pain, takes a little while. So if you just mark them and count your turns, especially when you have a good even number, like 24 or just 4 solid turns, it makes it real easy. All right, so with this, you're only going to need about 3 tools, for the S&S ones anyway, 2 7/16 wrenches and a 1/4 inch wrench. And the pick is what I'm using to mark the push rods. I have big hands. This is not easy to do with big hands. These little bungee cords wrapped around the push rod covers really help. Highly recommend. There you have it. Push rods are in, tightened, O-rings in place. I did make a mistake of not pulling the old O-rings out. Very, very dumb mistake, but it happens. Simple fix, just sort of popped all the locking plates off and pulled it down and pulled the old O-ring out and just cut it with a pair of wire cutters. Other than that, everything went on pretty smoothly. Everything's working as you just saw. No grinding noises, no banging against the piston, nothing like that. So next thing is going to be the intake manifold, throttle body, air cleaner. I'm still waiting on my breathers to come in. They should be here tomorrow, so I should be getting those popped in. They will fit with the rockers in place, at least the stock ones do. If I have to go through and take all this stuff off, I'm not going to be very happy about it, but it is what it is. So once those are in, the intake manifold, throttle body's on, covers are going to go on, do the engine mount, the front engine mount, start getting some of these harnesses hooked up. Actually, I'm going to do the oil crossover line first, start getting some of these harnesses hooked up and everything, spark plug wires. I did put new NGK Iridium spark plugs in here. Yeah, well on our way here.